Okay, today is Wednesday. It is 1:49 a.m. It is February 25th. I just watched the State of the Union address by the President of the United States, Donald Trump. What a what a what a speech. Okay, so I was looking for I normally what I want to do is I want to so what I want to do is trade the long side, okay? Because I'm not comfortable with trading the short side. So I've I've concluded that the price action is range bound. That's what I concluded. It dropped here, popped up, dropped, pop, 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 range bound, popped up, and then range bound here. Okay, so it looks like it's range bound. That's EU. I've also concluded on gold that it is also range bound. I've also concluded that EG is also range bound. Then I looked at UJ. It seems to be breaking out, and so I thought about taking a trade here, which would have been the right thing to do, and I would have made about this much, probably around here. I would have made about this much. If I had some good size in there, that would have been a pretty substantial amount of gain. Maybe with size, that would have been maybe I would say about 1/4%. Okay, not to be too extreme. There is a possibility that it could drop here. Okay, but if it breaks out above here and holds, chances are there's a possibility that it's going to keep going up. And when I looked at a bigger time frame, I noticed that it is the next resistance would be up here somewhere, right? Resistance. Looking at a bigger time frame, so this could go all the way to up here. Look like eventually, but it doesn't move straight up. Sometimes it does, right here, but it does a zigzag motion. Okay, that's how price moves. Then I saw UC, which was the right thing to do, but I got out a little bit early. Okay, I got out early. I wanted to confirm. So I waited until the price dipped here and started going up. I carefully watched. I noticed that this is an indication that it's breaking the trend here. Okay, so it moved up, dropped back down, and it started to go back up. And as soon as it looked right here, I decided to take a position in it, and I could have held it. I could have held it all the way up here. It looked like this would be the next moment of resistance. So I could have held it, but I sold here to take a profit. So essentially, that would be considered just one trade. And so I took a trade, small size, it dipped, and then it came back up above this resistance right here, right? Resistance. So this essentially was a break and retest situation. Popped up, it held. So what I do is I bought one more. It dipped a little bit, and then it came back up, and I decided to take a profit on it. The intent was to put the profit target right here, but anything can happen in between here and there. Now it is, I mean, that would have been essentially about more than a 0.5% gain right there if I had held. If I held this all the way up here, that would have been about more than a 0.5% with approximately about a 1.25 lot. Okay, so that's the trade that I made today. So what would I call that? I would say that it is essentially a break and retest trade right here. But I closed it out a little bit early. I could have held it, and I could have at least gone to here before anything significant occurred. And so that would have been another probably about at least minimum of about at least a 0.5% gain. From here to here would have been at least a 0.5%, at least. Yeah. So I would say this I would consider this to be a break and retest. Hopefully I named it correctly. It is a break and retest. The way that it's moving, see? Zigzag. Anytime it does zigzag, it's bound to be categorized as a break and retest. Right? Yeah. So the reversal actually occurred here, but this, see how it's going up? Yeah, I just sold it way too early. I could have just held on to it. Could have minimum doubled it at this point. Doubled the gain that I have here. So that would have been about another 35, at least another 35 to 50 right there. Okay. This is a 10K account, which means that if I have 100K, that would be about 350 to 500 bucks. That's the type of trading that I'm now looking into. Alrighty.